Welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you all had a great weekend. Today, we're going to be kicking off the week with some summoning events coming up during CVC, which is going to be tomorrow, Tuesday, as well as Wednesday. Now, before we talk about those and before you decide if you're going to go all in, I want to mention a few things for you to keep in mind before you decide that. The first is going to be if you're going for the Zenogre Blade Master Fusion, this Friday, we're going to have a champion chase tournament. So if you have like Lady Mikage, if you have fragment champions to open, things like that, whatever rarity champion you get from the portal, you get points based on that rarity. Versus summon rush events, you get points based on the shards you open. So keep that in mind. Ancient shards, void shards, fusion champions are usually very valuable during these champion chase events, if of course you're going for the fusion. The next thing I want you to keep in mind is Boozer did a video a few days ago talking about the website, Plarium landing page, essentially, that when using the Wayback Machine, which shows you websites before they were updated, essentially, it showed that Alatreon Blade Master had a Heroes Path event coming up on January 22nd to January 26th, which would be next Monday. So we have some summoning events coming up tomorrow and Wednesday. We have the Champion Chase for the Fusion Friday, and then a possible Heroes Path event coming up on Monday, January 22nd to the 26th. It sounds very convincing. I believe this is probably the actual dates. So once again, if you're opening Sacreds, if you're opening those high value shards, which are probably going to be very point generous during the Heroes Path event, then you may want to be mindful about that. So shout out to Boozer. Go give him a follow and check out that video if you want to learn more about the other dates for the other champions. So we got this stuff out of the way. We have the fragment, the fusion stuff Friday, and then the possible Heroes Path on Monday. So tomorrow, what we're going to have is a big, long block of text, okay? So tomorrow, we're having an extra legendary from Sacred Shards. So if you open a legendary from a Sacred, you get an extra legendary. It's a very good event, but it's also a great way to drain your Sacred Shards before a Heroes Path event. Alongside this, we're also going to be having a progressive chance event for Pythion, Gwendolyn, and Gilsea for the legendaries from Ancients, Primals, and Sacreds, as well as Warlord and Claydna. So Warlord, amazing champion. I'm very much considering going for this because I believe I'm relatively close on Mercy System for Void Shard specifically. If you're somebody who's looking for, honestly, Pythion, or even if you want Gwendolyn, probably not Glisea because, let's be honest, I don't really know where she's used. But if you're looking for Pythion, like I'm somebody who, if I had Sacred Shards right now, I have 0, but this would be a really good event for me to pull in. I could get a progressive chance for Pythion, which I wonder if the double Lego isn't going to be your Pythion or whatever. I wonder if the double Lego like boosts your rates the next time. So instead of getting 15 to 20x, it goes 15 to 25x, assuming you miss Pythion on both of those. That's interesting. Either way, that's something worth considering, is if you're close, maybe if you're close to Mercy on Ancients, put a Pythion, Gwendolyn, or Glisea in there, and then pick up your extra legendary from Sacreds. I guess you only want to do the extra, you can only do the extra legendary from Sacred Shards, but if you're close to Mercy on Ancients or something, maybe worth picking up one of those progressive chance champions. Like I said, it's not going to change your chances for the extra legendary from Sacreds, though. Either way, for the epic champions, we have Sepulchre Sentinel, Achak, Mausoleum Mage, Aelia Lifebraid, and Madame Ceres. Madame Ceres is great. The Lifebraid champion, I don't know a ton about. Mausoleum Mage, Achak, and Sepulchre are all great champions as well, and some of these champions are seeing even more use with the Cursed City out. That's all for tomorrow. So the first day is CVC. What we're looking at for Wednesday is more summoning events. So on Wednesday, we're having the Progressive Chance event, giving you at least 15x chance to summon the champions of your choice from these summoning pools. So for the legendary champions, we're having Kaja the Rai, Underpriest Brogni, who not as used as before with the Cadaver, Nerf, and Hydra. He was a very popular champion for a little while. Hawkhorn Smashlord, I would not even pull for him. Rio Bone Spear, very good for things like Sand Devil, things like Phantom Shogun, Blind Seer. Then we have Epic Champions, Sepulchre Sentinel again, Achak, Mausoleum Mage, all the same champions as the day before. Now, with that said, if you're looking for, say, Kaja, Brogni, or Hawkhorn Smashlord, are you able to, like, take this event? Is this Sacred Shard event going to end on Tuesday, or is it going to go to Wednesday? Let's see. This event will last 71 hours, so it's going to last through Wednesday. Very cool. So if you actually, I think it's going to last a little bit beyond. So yeah, it's going to last past the 10x event. So if you don't want any of these champions, you can go ahead and save that for what I believe would be Thursday. Possibly. It may be kind of tight on the time, but it should be fine. Yeah, 24, 48. So each one of the progressive events lasts 24 hours. So if you want to go for a extra legendary from Sacred Shards outside of the current 10x's or the current 15x progressive chance champions, then you can do that. For me, if I was in a spot to actually pull shards, it may be worth actually going for a Pythion. I have no Pythion. He's a champion who I've won it for a very long time. He's a very good champion for 3v3 for a lot of different areas. Gwendolyn, I'm a huge fan of her as well. She is part of my Fire Knight Stage 10 hard team. Getting a lot of use from her. Glycea, I use her a lot as well. Right over here in the Faction Wars, which I don't even know what faction she is in. She is in Sacred Order, maybe? Actually, I don't know. Let's go High Elves, probably. Nope, Glycea. I am lost. I think Sacred Order, right? But let's see. Let's just go here. Glycea. Oh, I only have one of her. I guess I could use a dupe of her. What is she? She's Sacred Order, right? She's Sacred Order. So she's a champion who, when she came out, was kind of like, oh, she might be a Warlord counter champion, but she's just not really a Warlord counter champion. Doesn't bring that much, I don't think. I've seen her used a little bit, but never really very successfully from what I've noticed. So something to consider. We have several summoning events coming up, but if you're kind of low on shards, you may want to consider saving for the Altarion, whatever his name is. That's going to be coming up most likely, I'd say, next Monday. Now, as far as what faction he's part of, it's a great question. Let's see what it says over here. So he is Night Revs. Very nice. Very nice. Helped me out a lot there. So he's a great support champion, I believe. As far as his kit, well, he's a good support champion. I need to test him out some and run over his kit some more. His kit seems a little bit underwhelming reading it, but there's a lot of times where things seem one way when you read them, but they're actually the complete different way when you actually get them into combat. Been tons of champions. Even Ninja was a champion on the first read through of his kit. A lot of players were like, oh, this champion doesn't seem that great, but he's incredible. So this other champion, I want to jump in there, test him out, run him through some, and see how good or not he actually is. I mean, stuff seems a little basic at first, but may actually be worth going for. Something worth looking into, worth considering, worth getting some more information on before you decide to pull or to hold your shards, because maybe you really want a Warlord, which is what I do. However, I'm very low on shards. My goal this year was to save my shards, and it's already starting off at a very, very bad start. So guys, with that said, hope you all enjoyed the video. Let me know what you plan to do this week. Thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to do some Rathalos videos very soon. I haven't built him just yet. I'm probably going to build him today before CVC starts so that those players who are looking to build him during CVC can do so. But he is down here. I didn't save him. With that said, guys, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all in the next one.